This is a really good filly, this filly called In Secret. Is she as good as Sunlight? Well, she's got to carry 1 kilo more than... I think she is every bit as good as Sunlight.
Looking like Sunlight? No, Sunlight was big, powerful, brawny. This girl, she's more delicate and feminine looking, but she has come on a lot from last preparation. She has strengthened. She's got a really strong hindquarter, and that's where her sprinting power comes from. And you'd have to say that she hasn't really put a foot wrong in all of her career runs. This guy, well, we all want him to win a Group 1 because he has just got such a wonderful backstory that comes with him. He went down narrowly last start. The only thing against him, Richo, is his racing pattern.
Yeah, he's got to go back, you know that, but have a look at that. Mum and Dad were Group 1 winners. How rare is that? Well, we saw one race really well in the Cornwall Classic in Yearning out of Rising Romance. Of course, it was an Oaks winner and second in a Caulfield Cup by Snitzel. So, Bruce, it's an elite list of Group 1 winners with Group 1 sires and dams. They're a little like your kids.
We love all that stuff, don't we, guys? I mean, that is so interesting, yeah. We could talk for hours, but we won't because the Newmarket's about to go on. But can Lofty Strike join the group today? And, Katie, take us for a bit of a ride. Regan Bayless did on Redkirk Warrior with his 2 wins, didn't he, in Newmarket?
Yeah, it's great footage, this. This is exactly what the jockeys see. Obviously, riding the straight, you have to have a good straight horse, just like Redkirk Warrior, but Regan was able to be on speed here, and it all comes down to when you press the button. I think and patience is #1 thing for a jockey, especially up the straight in a Group 1 high-pressure race, Bruce.
So the top weight, and it's hard to do, to carry 58 kilos and win this race. It is oh so difficult. Private Eye, you reckon he's up for it, don't you? I mean, he's got that one run down here where he got himself into an Everest by winning the Gilgai.
Yeah, he's a high-quality sprinter, that's for sure. Brett Navdala comes down from Sydney to ride him. He's drawn 2. He should be able to come up the middle. I would imagine that's how they will race up the straight. But look, he's a horse that I think that you have to hold in high regard, and he can certainly carry the weight. I think he's one of the main chances.
And Mazu's right with him because Mazu was sort of alongside him in those big races. He's first up here today. I think we've underestimated him slightly with that market.
It was interesting during the week. Paul Snowden had an interview and said the one horse that he's looking forward to seeing back is this guy. And he just did not hesitate. So that tells me that the stable are very confident.
And the thing that this bloke can do is take our breath away. He's got a turn of foot that very few horses possess. I wish I win.
Yeah, now trained like a sprinter, Peter Moody, this preparation and those sectionals were just sizzling in the Lightning Stakes first up, where he won a couple more hops and he beats Coolangatta, I believe, and the 1,200 metres is just going to suit him down to the ground. I think as any luck in running, he's going to be the one as well.
Richo, Rockin' Horse knows how to defy logic and can beat the odds, can't she?
No. That you've mentioned, there's only 5 dual winners of the race. It's a massive task for her to win it 1 year at 100 to 1, whereas gee, I can see this guy running a super race. This is my roughie in it.
Yeah, I think that he's a horse that you can definitely see running an improved performance. I heard from Tony Golan in the week and he said he's definitely taken those next steps to be more competitive and he's suited to the 1,200 metres. This mare is absolutely flying. If we didn't have I Wish I Win in the race, we'd be saying this is the mare to beat because the way she finished off those last 50 metres, she just looked as though she absolutely flew, Bruce.
She is a very good horse, and so's this one. 3rd attempt, placed last year at long odds, $26 behind a couple, including the Astrologist, who was 2nd last year at $61.
Yeah, he loves it straight, and he loves it firm too, so he ticks all those boxes. He's drawn to the outside, so I'd imagine he'll come down the outside fence. Damien Lane takes the ride, 54 kilos. You've got to absolutely have him in this race. Lofty Strike, this would be some story if Julius Sandu, Craig Newitt were able to take out the Newmarket Handicap. Of course, Craig Newitt will be the most successful jockey too.
Yes, he's won 3 along with a few others, so he gets to 4 for the first time with Lofty Strike. Chain of Lightning, she won her first 5 races. She was equal favourite in a Golden Eagle. I don't think she'll win here.
No, but you've 52 kilos on her back. Linda Meach takes the ride for Peter Moody, and every horse, I believe, has a chance, especially with the lightweights. Here's front page.
Well, he won the Crescent, the race that Passive Aggressive won a year ago when Passive Aggressive knocked off Star Patrol. He's got so much pace and he's dynamite first up. Richo, he'll be sharing the lead with Snapper, I reckon.
And is Snapper good enough? You think not. What a big thriller to be for Michael Poy. His father, Michael Clark, was teamed up with a Hayes connection, and they had so much success down the straight at Flemington. Mickey Poy in the saddle of Snapper. Star Patrol, the visor goes on, and swats that, the blinkers go on.
Yeah, he's probably got to improve significantly to be a winning chance in this race, Richo. I'd much prefer Bella Nipotina in comparison to swats that, but he needs to put up a career PB performance, and I think there's others that warrant more merit.
So what a big jockey change. Dean Holland for Jamie Carr on In Secret.
Yeah, what an opportunity for Dean Holland here on such a high quality filly. I've got her on top. I think she's a proper weapon. She demolished them in the spring. I think she can do it again. And here's Bonos Noches, another good chance down in the weights.
He's got 2 kilos on Lofty Strike. I think he's so well in. He's got a massive chance. Oh, Daisy, this is a big one from PointsBet. Get back to you for the market mover, James Cummings, kind enough to be with us at such a moment. The 150th running of a race that your grandfather won 8 times, and you've done the trick before with a 3-year-old.
Yes, Bruce, thank you. We have. Bivouac was exceptional on his day, wasn't he? And In Secret's here to try to do what he did, and it would be pretty exciting if she could reproduce that performance. But she's well set up, and we think we've got her absolutely perfect to perform at her best.
What have you said to Dean Holland? Because this is a massive opportunity, but it's a big time for him, isn't it?
Well, you know, he went to bed last night not thinking he was riding In Secret in the Coolmore, so I spent 25 minutes with him in the room after he'd been assigned the ride. And we've gone through her replays, her most recent ones, some of her peculiarities and her, you know, the way we prepared her for the race. I've shown him the map of the day, but it's a difficult race because it's not exactly obvious which of the 15 to 30 to 1 shots are the right ones to follow. Dean Holland's got to back himself. He's got to follow the ones he thinks are travelling well enough. And from the 600 to the 400, he's just got to start to decide how he'd like to make his run and let the race unfold from there.
It's incredible intel. Thank you for that, James, and all the very best of luck.
Thanks, Bruce.
Terrific. No wonder he's one of the best in the business, to do all of that. To you, Daisy.
Thank you. Your market mover, Macca, will be I Wish I Win.
And we've gone through her replays, her most recent ones, some of her peculiarities and her, you know, the way we prepared her for the race. I've shown him the map of the day, but it's a difficult race because it's not exactly obvious which of the 15 to 30 to 1 shots are the right ones to follow. Dean Holland's got to back himself. He's got to follow the ones he thinks are travelling well enough. And from the 600 to the 400, he's just got to start to decide how he'd like to make his run and let the race unfold from there.
It's incredible intel. Thank you for that, James, and all the very best of luck.
Thanks, Bruce.
Terrific. No wonder he's one of the best in the business, to do all of that. To you, Daisy.
Yeah, the filly In Secret for mine. Buenos Noches will run well, and Baller a blowout.
I'm with In Secret. I'm with Katie. She's a proper weapon.
I'm with her too. She's a star. I can't wait to see what she can do here.
So think about all that history, all those horses we've talked about. The 150th running here of this race that has really defined the great sprinter. Newmarket they've had since the official handicap ratings came in over a decade ago. Matt Hill with the job. The 150th Newmarket.
The Newmarket Handicap, the field is set. Ready, and they're racing. In Secret away only fairly. Front Page began well, showing Speed Baller on the outside, and also Marzu in the red jacket out very deep on the course, led the field with the Astrologist. Over on the inside, Snapper is the leader from Front Page. Rockin' Horse Balanipatina. Swats, that's in the next line from Chain of Lightning, Star Patrol. Then came Private Eye. In Secret's third last in that pack over on the flat side rail from Buena Noches, and also September Run coming virtually up the outside. The Astrologist led Marzu, and then Lofty Strike Baller, and I Wish I Win is last in that group of 5 coming up the outside onto the course proper. 500 metres to go. Snapper led from in second. Rockin' Horse Front Page. In Secret's only 2 off the lead. Private Eye back to the inside with Balanipatina coming up the outskirts. The Astrologist, Marzu, and I Wish I Win is the widest. Plenty of Hopes. In Secret took the front. 250 metres to go from Front Page. Private Eye, then I Wish I Win the outside. In Secret the leader. 100 metres to go. Lofty Strike is flashing down the outside, but it's the filly In Secret holding on. In Secret won the Newmarket. In Secret from Lofty Strike and I Wish I Win. They were followed by Private Eye or Marzu from Buena Noches, the Astrologist. Front Page. Back behind them, Chain of Lightning, Rockin' Horse, September Run. A Gap Balanipatina, Swats, that Star Patrol Baller, and Snapper was one of the last.
You called her a weapon, Katie, before the race. You said she's a weapon.
She is something else. This filly does things like a really, really top champion racehorse does, and I just love watching her gallop. She relaxes. She's an amazing horse. Look at her just demolish a Newmarket handicap field.
And Lofty Strike's outstanding run again, and I Wish I Win. I mean, it was just quite remarkable. So there's James there. So for New South Wales and Victoria listeners, viewers, I should say, still plenty more to come. But switch to 7-2 because in about 5 seconds' time, I'm talking to James Cummings. So switch over now to 7-2 for New South Wales and Victoria. It's a moment, James, isn't it? It's an incredible moment for Godolphin and the stable, and for a young jockey today.
It is, Bruce, and you know, this filly we felt like we had perfect on the day. My heart goes out to Jamie Carr, and you know, we really dearly hope she's all right. It's you know, it's the hardest thing to be involved in that, and I you know, I more than anything, you know, we just hope that she's fine by tonight. But look, that's as far as In Secret goes, and all of the team that have worked so hard to get her to be absolutely peaking for the Newmarket. That's a big performance, and you know, I said to Dean Holland, you know, just remember what Jamie Carr might do when you get to the 500, and be patient. But with 51.5 on her back, she was just able to soul through the gap. He's seen her, you know, he's seen like her replays just in the last few hours. He's just been thinking about the race, and it's amazing he can get on, and with his poise and his state, you know, with his approach to still deliver such a perfect ride. That's a great credit to Dean, and that brings his Group 1 tally up from his Australasian Oaks win in Adelaide to 2 now, and perhaps the most important win of his career. So well done to Dean Holland. And
you keep in front of Kieran and Chris Waller on the battle for this season, because that's a beauty. Did you have any other choices, but Dean, was he the only choice?
Well, look, you know, it's an interesting thing because the minimum weights in Victorian racing have been raised to 54, so a lot of jockeys don't really regularly remain in the habit of being lightweight riders, and 51.5 is pretty low. It's a lot lighter than 54, and speak to any jockey who weighs up the difference between riding 54 or 53 and then getting right down to that really featherweight light. That's too hard to do at late notice, and yet Dean Holland, he's the type of guy that's ridden a 2-year-old in the Lightning at 47 for the Hawks team, and I've ridden for the Hawks team a lot. He rides a lot for the McAvoys. He's ridden up to 13% this season, so he's going far better than his, you know, than the 9% he went last season. And he's ridden, that's about his 70th winner this entire calendar year.
You're sounding like Dominic Byrne right now.
Well, we did our research in the short time we had available, and I'm glad he delivered.
Just 2 quickies. Where does she go? Is she TJ Smith bound?
Oh, she's got 3 weeks from here to head to the TJ. I think she can well and truly give them a scare there. And at weight for age, 6 furlongs at Randwick, that's her race.
And I do think of Bart on days like today, your grandfather.
Well, that's kind of you, and you know, between Bart and my father Anthony, that taught me a lot, and my brother Edward, who trains. It's always important when we can come to Melbourne or anywhere around Australia and be prominent in Group 1s and these history-making races. you know, it's flattering for the family, and we're really thrilled and grateful to be here.
Last. Royal Ascot, any chance? I mean, Animo, this filly?
Maybe. Let's let the dust settle first. We'll get through the run in April, and look, she's third up today. She'll be fourth up in the TJ Smith. I think she'll have racing in her, but I think the figurehead there right now is Animo for Royal Ascot, and it shouldn't be anything else. But we're thrilled for In Secret, who's been such a gun filly, and she's proved to now be capable of beating the older horses, and to have blown them away in a Newmarket's a thrilling result.
Great job.
Thanks, Bruce.
Superb, absolutely. Richo, Lizzie, I bet you're dying to get in. I would be. What about, Lizzie, what about James going into the rooms for 25 minutes and working Dean all the way through it, eh? We're not surprised, are we?
Not surprised at all, but what I was talking to Richo about was how he's absorbed this pressure. I think a lot of credit has got to go to Dean Holland, and it just shows you you're only as good as the mounts that you're riding, and he has been given a golden opportunity by riding this wonderful filly in a Group 1 Newmarket, and he has executed that ride to absolute perfection. He has ridden it like any other jockey that we put the big booms on, and I think that you have to really give credit to a jockey who doesn't get a lot of opportunities. What would be going through his head at that point in time? I've got probably one of the best rides of my life, and I don't want to stuff it up because everyone is watching.
And he absolutely nailed it. To put it into perspective, so 3-year-old fillies, Iska, Miss Penny Money, Alingi, Sunlight, and now In Secret in the last 30 years, Bruce. They're amazing names. And have a look at first, second, third, fourth. The best sprinters all delivered on the day. In Secret, Lofty Strike, I Wish I Win, Private Eye. Great
Richo,
Newmarket.
How high does this race rate, do you reckon, Richo? I mean, the ratings for this race will go through the roof looking at that, don't you reckon?
And that's why your question was just so interesting in regards to Royal Ascot, because that's where Coolangatta's going. A 3-year-old filly. Who would you rather put your hard-earned on 1,000 metres straight, Coolangatta or In Secret?
Oh, no, In Secret. Jamie Carr for a minute, guys. I mean, James spoke so well about Jamie Carr. I mean, we're thinking about her as well today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. It hurts even more. She's had a fall. We wish her all the best and a speedy recovery. She'll be back. She'll win plenty more Newmarkets.
So the Newmarket holds...
the space, Bruce, that she's put on them as well. I mean, I don't know what the margins are in front of you, but she hasn't just won. She has put a space in them.
Well, it's a Coolmore stud all over again, Richo, in many ways, isn't it? It's a similar margin to the Coolmore stud. So we look now, this is the thing that she's got, that acceleration, no weight on her back, Caitlin, but that ability to run away. I thought I Wish I Win was fantastic. Lofty Strike was wonderful, Private Eye, but they are the high-quality sprinters, and yet she's been able to put a little space in all of them. Dean's not too far away, by the way. He's on his way.
Yeah, she's like driving a Ferrari. I can't wait to see or hear what Dean has to say about what that felt like, because, you know, he's ridden some good horses in the past, but no better than her.
So he's just about with us, I think. So Dean Holland, so it's been an incredible ride by him on In Secret, and Lofty Strike. Well, he's so close, isn't he, for Julius? I Wish I Win. Moods can't be disappointed. He'll be disappointed he wouldn't win, but he can't be disappointed with the result. And Private Eye continues to excel. So here's Dean Holland now. Dean, it's an incredible moment. I could see you. Well done, by the way. Wonderful, mate. Absolutely wonderful. You were next door to us, cleaning saddles and going through the motions for about the last hour and a half. You looked like a bloke that was facing his destiny, and you looked it right in the eye, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually, like I said earlier, it's unfortunate what happened to the other jockeys, and my thought goes out to them. The last thing I want to do is yahoo too much about me winning the race when Jamie should have been on to start with. But look, it's an emotional win for myself as well. I haven't had a Group 1 winner since 2009, and it's not even a Group 1 anymore back in South Australia. So the last 3 years I've had 4 babies. Me and my partner have had 4 babies, and I've got a good mentor coach in James Winks, and I just feel like my career's starting to head in the right direction now, and all you need is a bit of luck like this sometimes.
That's what a wonderful story. I mean, what a day for your family. Talk to us about when you had to press the button, when the time had come.
Well, everything opened and everything was under pressure around me, and I cuddled her for another 50 metres. I could see the 200 closing pretty quickly, so I asked for that effort, and gee, she showed that great turn of foot that she's got, and late she would, like I said earlier, it's a long 200 down the straight when you hit the front like that on a horse like her. But she was always going to fight them off no matter what come to her.
I've got to ask you about pressure. I mean, what was it like those hour or two before?
It was pretty good. 1 minute I was sitting here eating sushi and looking at my rides for the race 8 and 9, and then obviously...
And they're long odds.
Yeah, they're long odds, and look, I didn't start the day with a great deal of confidence, to be honest with you, but yeah, I had to change my mood pretty quick, and I felt I kept it together pretty well. Hence, I rode her accordingly. I thought I'd give her a good enough spin for the horse that she is, but yeah, I felt myself, I went out there quite relaxed anyway, so there's always that bit of anxiousness before the race, but once I got on her back, she gave me a lot of confidence.
It's going to be nice going home tonight.
Absolutely, yeah, a couple of beers tonight, and I won't be going too far. We got 4 babies at home, so and a chuka tomorrow, but I'm going to celebrate eventually, that's for sure.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
A
Bruce.
red letter day in the blue colours, eh?
Absolutely.
Terrific.
Thanks very much.
Dean Holland. Here's Katie Waterhouse.
Carl's sitting up in hospital and watching us at the moment, so we send our absolute best to her. But Bruce, it was this moment, wasn't it, when we realised, oh, she's something well above average.
No question about that. And such a worthy winner for the 150th with all that history. A stunning filly, a story to behold for Dean Holland, and the graciousness of Dean with Jamie, and we're all thinking about that. And just James Cummings and the way he goes about things and how he prepared. And then Lizzie at Rosehill Gardens, a filly that we wanted to win a Group 1, and she finally has.
Yeah, finally has a great training performance from Chris Waller, Bruce, and of course a masterful ride again from Michael D, who has been in absolutely scintillating Group 1 form, and to find the rail and just make sure that she didn't have any option but to go straight was a masterstroke from him.